So this is the mini transformer, which does all of the requirements for me to be able to use the actual controller itself, and it seems to do its job very well. It keeps a constant level of power to the controller, which seems to be very good in taking it to the track itself. So here we have the controller. As you can see, there are two different dials, one for each track. There are two directional controllers for the direction, and then what you do is you have power lights and you have the main on-off switch. Now, the only thing that I find a little bit sort of satisfactory is the fact that when you're only using one track, the power light is still showing to both. But I suppose there are benefits from it. So just turning it on, and as you can see, the two light switches come on straight away, and it gives you the direction that you're going in. So obviously that depends on how you wire to the track, but the thing I do particularly like is the actual controllers here, which is like a little mini handle which circulates very well, very easy to control, so therefore you can very easily control the speed of the trains. Now this is for both of the lines, so that's got to be very good when you're operating two tracks, because it takes away the hassle and thinking about, oh right, I need to keep an eye on it at all time. But I like it, very good, works extremely well. So that's a positive. But as you can see, even when I'm not using the tracks, the red lights stay on at all times. So we're now at the rear of the controller, and as you can see, these are the connection points. Please forgive me for the poor wiring, but I've just set it up pretty quickly as I've received it, and I wanted to make sure that it was operating correctly and sufficiently. So what you have is you have the two actual lines themselves, one on the right and one on the left for the positive and the negative, and then in the center you have the accessories section for the actual power supply. There are, throughout the whole boxing, through the manual, and even at the back here, you can see the health and safety notices. And like I said, the input here is 120 VAC. So that's key to remember depending on the location in which you're in. And like I said, for me, that actually meant that I needed to have a transformer. So like I said, I'm still in the process of setting up the lines, putting down the cork, etc., and levelling off the baseboards as I built into sections. So what is the actual operation like? Well, it's actually quite smooth, and as you basically just turn it, eventually what happens is, fingers crossed, yeah, the train starts to pull away, and it seems to go quite nicely at a slower speed, even across the what many people say are the dreaded Hornby points. Obviously it runs quite smoothly once it gets moving, and you can quite easily increase the speed or decrease the speed depending on what you actually require. So we started to pick up a little bit more speed now with the controller, and the train itself very quickly picks up the speed and very easily slows down again. And the directional control, again, it's very simple, just flick to the switch and there we go, and the train moves as well very nicely. There's no humming with the trains, there's no other noises with the trains itself. Like I said, it picks up, I've just got to make sure my track's laid correctly, which currently it is not. So, is it a good purchase? Actually, yes, I think it is. I think it works extremely well. I'm very satisfied. May not be perfect, may not be as good as some of the names that you know in Europe. The price itself, £73, plus a little bit extra for the transformer. It operates very well, very easily. I like the quirky handles. The directional's quite. The only off-putting thing, like I said, is the fact that the lights are on all the time, but then I suppose that proves that there is power to both tracks. So obviously if you're working on one track at one time, whilst the other one is in operation, you're aware that the power is there. The operation of the train, like I said, is usually very good once the lines are clear. For me, as I've said, I'm still setting up the train, so trying to get it to operate well within the speeds. It's fairly good, but all in all, I'm very satisfied with it. Thank you for those that actually gave their input into the process. I'm very pleased that I made the decision, and I can certainly recommend it for those people that are looking for another option where maybe you can't access the same as other people in different countries. So give it a go by all means, and I hope that you found this helpful and interesting, and look forward to your support. So please comment, like and subscribe. We're very happy for you to do that. Thank you.